Hello. I hope you had a beautiful, thankful, well-fed Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's Thanksgiving break was fun. Um, and I feel like after Sunday, it is officially winter.
I feel like today, well, yeah, really just today. We film this on Mondays. Uh, when I
Today
was pulling
sucks.
up to church this morning and I saw all the frost on the ground, I was like, man, like when I walked outside of the house this morning, by the time like in between my house and my car, I didn't really get that cold. But when I pulled up to church and I stepped out of my car, I was like, dang, it's cold.
Yeah, I had to sit in my driveway for like 15 minutes. My car was like frozen.
Bro, so this morning I was my wife had left. My wife had left to go to work and I went to the bathroom to get ready to get in the shower. I was on the toilet at the time. She called me, and she is going to a visitation tonight for a baby that died, and she had clothes set out on the kitchen table to take, and she forgot them. So I'm there in my pajamas, which is just a pair of shorts, and she calls me. And I'm like, okay, so I gotta hurry up here and get that clothes out to her. I decided to go out in just those shorts. That was a shock, man.
Yeah, I wore shorts on Sunday. That was bad. That's mainly because I was kind of running late because I wanted to sleep in. So I was running late, like on purpose. And I just saw some shorts laying there. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna throw these on. Like I didn't know it was raining, nothing. Like I knew
Oh
it'd be a little
man,
cold, but I didn't know it was gonna be like
yeah.
raining
I
cold.
didn't know it was raining either until I looked out. Or no, I checked my watch to check the time before I went outside yesterday morning, and it said it was raining, or it said showers. I was like, no way. I opened the door, and sure enough.
So super cool topic. I went to high school with somebody. His name is Johnathan Isaac. He was a post grad while I was a junior, so my first year at IMG.
What is it like? What does that mean? He was post grad, so he'd already
So
graduated
he
IMG.
graduated high school, but he did a gap year.
Okay.
So there's a couple things. One, if you get hurt or something, you don't get like your senior year, and like that was gonna be the year you probably got most of your stuff.
Yeah.
You take another year, and you pretty much can get more offers and things
Okay.
like that. Or the NBA requires you to have 1 year out of high school, so you
Uh.
can not go to school anywhere and do nothing. You
Mhm.
can go to college. You can go across seas. You can do a post grad year.
Okay.
So somebody else named Anthony, I don't know if it's Simons or Simmons.
I think it's Simmons.
He won the dunk contest like probably 2-3 years ago. Um, he got hurt. No. So what happened was he was going to go to Louisville, and some scandal thing happened with the Louisville coach,
Mm.
and he said, "Well, I'm not going to go to Louisville anymore." But then he didn't know where he wanted to go, so he took a gap year,
Yeah.
a post grad year at IMG, and then just went straight to the NBA.
Okay.
Big problems, What? That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Didn't get to go to college. Oh well.
Yeah.
But
Shucks.
Johnathan Isaac, he was super cool dude. He went to Florida State, so I went on a Florida State visit while he was playing there. Hung out with him there. He just dropped a shoe recently with a brand that I'm not sure what it is, but it is the first shoe with a visible Bible verse on the shoe.
Wow.
Not like written
That's lit.
on, like legitimately like stitched in and
Yeah.
a part of the shoe. The shoe is called Judah.
Judah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Like the first thing ever like that. The shoe looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
If I can remember, I probably won't remember, but I'll try and put a picture on the screen. But I probably won't watch this enough to
I remember.
do it.
I can't remember what. I guess it was an interview he did about not
Kneeling?
kneeling during
Yep.
the anthem. That's where I was introduced to him.
Yeah.
Um.
No, he's a super big Christian, always has been. He was always pretty quiet, super tall, and he had like the sides shaved with like the faux hawk thing going on. It
Yep.
made him look like even like 5 inches taller.
Right.
It was insane. But no, he was really good. Got to the NBA, got to Orlando. He got hurt for like the first 4 years of his career. Like
Wow.
this is his first year, like legitimately like back and playing.
That's crazy.
And he's doing pretty good. Awesome dude.
That's wild, man. And you were at school with him.
Yep, went to high school with him. Wasn't on the same team as him or anything because I was a junior. He was out of high school technically.
So what is that like? What team does he play on, or does he just
He
not
was
play?
on the national post-grad team.
National
So the
post-grad team.
post-grad
Okay.
team had 2 teams, post-grad team and the national post-grad team.
Okay.
Um, that was kind of the same thing for every grade, but every grade had multiple teams. Like my junior year, there's only one national team for freshman through senior, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're whatever you're on national. But they had like not freshman. It wasn't called freshman JV and varsity, but it was like varsity, junior varsity. So they had like 3 or 4 teams per age.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. I mean, it's not that big of a school, but for it just being sports and things, I mean, it was pretty big. I mean, our graduation, like, what's Jackson have for graduating seniors most of the time?
300 to 400.
Yeah, we had like between 2 to 3,
Okay,
like for graduation,
that makes sense then.
which
But
is still a lot.
everyone there is just playing sports.
Yeah. But you don't have to. There wasn't much of this, but like my sisters could have gone to school there just because I went to school there.
Mm.
And they didn't
So
have
it's
to
like an
play
invite
school.
only kind of thing.
Yeah, or you pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
I just went. I didn't even know it was a school when I actually got invited. Well, I didn't get invited. I was looking for camps for basketball, and I was just like, oh my gosh. My mom was like, there's just too many, right? Like there's 85,000 camps, and I don't want you to have to go to all of them, right? Like for colleges and stuff. And she ended up finding IMG, and it was like all about this camp. Like they have a camp year round. And we were like, okay, I mean, we'll try it. We read about it, looked into it, had no idea it was a school. I actually went there for a month by myself for this camp because I was like, if I'm going to go to Florida, we ain't going to do it for 1 week. So I went and I was like, man, this sucks. Like the first week, like I've never been alone in another state like that. Living in a dorm, people you don't know, but everyone doesn't know anybody, really. You have dorm parents, and like they were pretty cool. It was like college students that were like doing that as a summer job. And like my last week there, like the coaches pulled me in. I'm just like, whatever, I guess they sit with everybody. And they basically invited me to come to school there. And they were like, what do you think? And I was just like, I didn't know that was a possibility. Like, it's like, I don't know. Let me talk to my mom. Like, I don't know.
Can I phone a friend?
So pretty much I went back home. I was just like, do I do this? Do I not? I wasn't the most spiritual, but like I did pray. So like I was praying, like, what do I do? The only thing that was holding me back was my sisters were here, and I was gonna leave them. That was the biggest thing for me. And then one day, I think I've said this before, but I was driving home, and I feel like the Lord verbally just spoke to me and said, "Go." And so I took that as I'm supposed to go down there and go do this. So I did that my junior and senior year. The summer between junior and senior year, I actually decided to just stay there, just to keep working and everything. So it was 2 full years. I just stayed down there.
Wow.
I came back, not a lot, maybe once a year. I mean, Christmas we had tournaments and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, oh, Christmas break. I mean, we were out of school, but we still had basketball every day.
Yeah.
The craziest thing was definitely football down there.
Yeah.
My junior year was like the first time IMG basketball was like becoming legit. Like people were like, "Oh, I know who this team is."
Wow.
I'm trying to think of the team. Junior year is hard to remember. Senior year, I at least remember people.
Yeah.
So like my senior year, there's a guy named Trayvon Duvall. He was a number 1 point guard in the country for 4 years. So all of his high school career. And there's some other people. There's this one guy, what was his name? Keontae Johnson.
Okay.
Who had the same heart condition I did, but he didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it either until after high school, but he went to play at the Florida Gators. And he was playing against Florida State, I'm pretty sure, and he was walking. He either just scored a layup or someone on the team scored, and they were kind of like slowly walking back to play defense, and he fell dead, center court. Or he was walking to the bench, they called a timeout, and he just fell dead.
Wow.
I think it was like face first.
Yeah.
And he was basically dead, but, with all the stuff, what are those things, AEDs or whatever.
AEDs, yeah.
And all the people there, they got him breathing, got him whatever, and they took him to the hospital. And he missed, I think, like 2 years, 3 years of playing basketball. Florida obviously didn't want him anymore because
Mhm.
that's just how the world is. It kind of sucks.
Yep.
He went to play at Kansas State, and I actually think he's playing at Kansas State right now.
Really?
Yeah, so
That's crazy because that, like, of course, we know Trey Robinson, and that happened to him as well.
yeah,
But then his brother also had the condition. You had the condition. So, like, there are, for me, at least 3 people I know that had it. You know this other guy who had it.
yep.
That's wild.
Yes, it's super weird. I feel like it's a lot more prevalent right now in
Yeah.
the younger athletes, which you would think athletes is the last people that
Yeah, it's
would
probably
really
because of
happen
vaping or
to.
something.
That's honestly, it's kind of 100% what I've always thought. Like, we don't really know side effects of vaping, right? Like
Yep.
vaping nicotine, like every kid does probably. I feel like it was new when I started, but I didn't start. I started nicotine when I was like 13. But like Juuls, remember those? Like
Mhm.
those didn't come out, at least in the
Yeah.
Florida area, until like my junior year.
Right.
So it's really hard to say. Like, I don't remember vaping when I was 15.
I mean, I do.
Really?
I had friends who had, like, mods and everything.
Yeah, they had all that stuff. But like the disposables, easy to get.
Yeah.
I don't think I really vaped until I was a junior in high school. Now nicotine every once in a while, like cigarette wise, like yeah, other nicotine products and stuff I would do. I mean, for me, it was mostly like it started with weed when I was 13, and then
Mhm.
just kept going, and then vaping was just like a fix until I could smoke weed again, you know.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the weed pins. That
Yeah.
was basically like, well, if I get caught with this, they're gonna think it's a vape at least, so I'm not gonna be in that much trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what ruined it.
That's great. Like, I
Weed
still
pins are
remember.
what ruined it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it could just be all the time. It's like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna smell. My eyes might get red, but that's it. Like,
Yeah, and it was just, I mean, it was just pure THC too, so you didn't have to smoke as much to get high.
oh yeah, which I didn't know the first time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, that want education on what this is, which whatever this podcast is about, so like weed in a blunt or whatever, like the plant, I believe is like 25% THC, like around that number, and the oil, like out of the pins that people are using, is like 99% THC, if
Yeah.
I can remember correctly, which is unbelievable. Right? Like I could go smoke back in the day, throw that in there, like 3 blunts and just be like, yep, pretty fried, you know?
Right.
You take one hit of this pin and it's like, whoa, I hit too much.
Right.
It's like you have no idea. I did it right before my finals, my senior
Oh
year.
man.
And I think like I seriously got like a 13% on each one. Like it was that bad. Like,
And you've passed, I guess?
yeah,
The
I was playing
classes?
basketball, bro. I guess this is just gonna be titled IMG. This
Yeah, I
was
guess
on like
so.
nationwide news like a year or two after I graduated.
Mhm.
So they had in Jackson, you'd probably call it people that help like counselors that help people that just like not necessarily have something wrong with them, but have a learning disability, which like when
Oh,
I say
yeah,
disability, I
AIDS?
mean like people like me even that's just like I can't comprehend this. Like they'd have
Yeah.
somebody that helps you through things.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your work done, stuff like that. But they even had these classes for like ACTs. They had it for like just complete prep, which is basically like, hey, I have the actual test in my hand. I'm going to read you the questions so you can practice and memorize them. It's pretty much what IMG was. I never went to this guy, but he like went to federal prison for cheating on people's ACTs, like for them
Wow.
and stuff. I don't remember exactly. You should just look it up.
That's
It's
crazy.
insane. I'm like, bro, didn't help me. I got like what'd I get? Like 18?
I got a 25 my second time.
That's fire.
It was either 21 or 18 my first time. Got a 25 then.
I mean, it was crazy. The campus has been built onto since I've left. Like they have a whole nother dorm. They have basketball courts right outside the dorm now, swimming pool just to hang out at. I mean, it is absolutely insane.
I remember a couple of years ago a story coming out about it was another prep school that really just had like college students basically. college aged students that were lying to play, so they could like basically beat up on everyone, and then they played IMG, and IMG like smoked them. Like
That's
it
really funny.
wasn't close.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so schools like that, like Jackson, we're in like football wise is in 6A, which is pretty much that's as good as you can get. Like
Yep.
you can't. There's no 7. IMG is not allowed to play other schools like that, and it count towards something, right?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, we play a school down the road, but they wanted to play us all the time. 'Cause, like, if we played in their gym was packed out. Like they just wanted that.
Right. It would kind of be like Jackson played
Like it
Confluence
counts
Prep.
for our record, it counts for their record,
Yeah.
but us beating them wouldn't get us any closer to
Right.
state, and it'd look really good for that other team.
Yeah.
But it's not going to count anything for them really, other than
Right.
on their record. So IMG plays other prep schools mainly. Our biggest rival at the time was probably Mount Verde because they're also a Florida school.
Okay.
Ben Simmons went there when he was good.
Okay. He was good.
Dude, he was balling in high school. I don't know what happened. But we compete for national championships. So we play in, it's called like the Dick's Sporting
Mhm.
Goods like international championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy to watch. Like it's like watching these other high school students and stuff. Like I am the freshman basketball coach in Notre Dame, and I'm just like, maybe like we were all this size, but my brain pictures IMG,
Mhm.
and it's just like I remember my first day of school. This big old dude, he was Samoan,
Mm.
huge. Like if he told me he's 600 pounds, I'd be like, all right,
Oh my
I believe you.
gosh,
Like
oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
he just 6'10".
Yeah.
I mean, he plays. Well, no, this isn't him. But I mean, just unbelievably massive. Like it blows my mind. And I'm not that short. Like I'm 6'2", 6'3". If you look it up on paper, like I'm gonna write 6'3". And I looked 5 foot. I mean, he'd just eat me.
Yeah.
He goes, "What grade are you in?" I was like, "I'm a junior." "What about you?" "I'm a freshman."
Oh my
And I was like,
gosh.
"Oh my goodness, bro." I was just like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh
I mean-
man.
Crazy.
He probably got held back 5 years or something.
I don't know, dude. He's got to be in the NFL right now. I know there's this one lineman on the Giants. Evans is his last name. It's not Mike. Look it up fast, super quick. Evans, Giants. Evan, is it? No, not Mike Evans. Maybe it's Evan is his first name. I think his first name is Evan.
Giants, the lineman.
Evan Neal.
You think it's Evan Neal?
No, that's his name. It's right here. He was the same grade as me, so he was a junior. And I swear when I see him
Really?
in NFL, he is the same size he was in high school.
Shoot. He
He's
was
23 years old,
He
so
was
he's
a
a little bit
first-round
younger
draft
than
pick
me.
a few years ago.
So he is a year or less younger than me.
Yeah.
Where
Where'd he go play school at? He go to Alabama?
Yes, he did.
I thought so.
Yep. Which is just, I mean, the whole starting team went to Alabama, Georgia, or Clemson.
Jackson, he was talking about, so we're from Jackson. There's a school in St. Louis called Christian Brothers. They are also a prep school. We just played them, 2 weeks ago in the quarterfinal state game. And they have a lineman. And he was, what was he? He was 6'8", 330, I think. He's going to go play at Ohio State.
And everybody,
But like there were like Jackson's never necessarily been known for their size, except for I think like 1 year in basketball.
well,
it was your grade.
Even football though. I remember everybody being like, "God, Connor Tolson, he's
Right.
And I'm not downplaying him. Like he's
Yeah.
a really good football player, and everybody's like, "He's so good, he's so big,"
Mhm.
and I'm just like,
Yeah, this
"He's
other
really
dude-
tiny." I'm
This
just
other
like, "What are
dude
you
was like
talking about?"
humongous. And then they had this. He was the right tackle. Their left tackle was 6'4", 320. And so like he was a junior, by the way. The other guy was a senior, the 6'8" dude. But up against Jackson, like I said, Jackson's never necessarily been known for their size, and so we looked like midgets. And because they're a prep school, technically, they can recruit. So of course, like they're gonna like all their players are gonna be good.
Yeah, like that 87 on the C.
TBC.
Yeah, like that big lineman.
Yep.
Like that was our whole line.
Yeah.
You know, like they had that one guy. We had the whole line was that or bigger. How much do you think Evan Neal makes as a lineman?
He was a first round draft pick. So in a year, or what his contract was?
It says base salary and then a roster bonus.
Okay,
With
so
a cap hit of
27 mil.
This says base salary of $870,000 and a roster bonus of $950,000 with a cap hit of $5.5 million.
Yeah,
with a dead cap value of $20 million.
Yep,
in 5 years.
Yeah, so I want to say he was 8, 9, or 10 drafted, and he's okay. I think he's okay. I think there was another tackle that went in that same draft that is outplaying him by a lot, but I could be wrong. I don't keep up with linemen very well.
What I've noticed in the basketball world of things is you pretty much know if you're going pro in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Just with social media now for sure.
Yeah.
Like you know who's blowing up, who has the following.
Yeah.
Who's on the overtime or balls life videos. Like those people are going pro.
Yeah.
If you're not on them, you're probably not going pro, or you're across seas and you just randomly hit 7-6 and you can move, you know?
Yeah, we've only had one guy from the area, I think, go pro. Blake Reynolds. I want to say
Otto Porter.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about like close. So Otto Porter did. He played at Scott County Central.
Yeah. That's an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But Blake isn't even pro like in the US. He's overseas. So I would love to see the ratio when you get farther south though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the farther south you go, the better people get at sports. I mean, like the Southeastern or the SEC is like has a national champion every year for a reason in football.
Yeah. But it's weird because like college, it seems like people drop off and it's like, oh, that dude did make it to the NBA once he's back to the NBA. Like high school to NBA, there's a college gap for some reason, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But we were watching Arkansas versus Memphis college, and there's this guy named Javon Quinterly.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Jelly Fam?
No.
Okay. It is people that like can't dunk, so they do these like crazy layups and crazy finishes.
Oh, okay.
He's like the owner of Jelly Fam, is what it's called. They just call it Jelly. And then he blew up in high school. Like absolutely blew up, was everywhere on social media.
So he cannot dunk.
He probably can, but he can't do anything crazy. Like he can just go up and you know. I'm just assuming he can. He's an athlete and can jump.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't heard of him forever. And he played somewhere, and now he's on Memphis. I'm like, this dude's still hooping, you know. But it's like you don't even hear about him anymore or whatever. And you know, he may or may not go to the NBA. I mean, I think he will.
Yeah.
Just because everybody knows him, type thing.
Right.
But it's just weird, like the gap there.
I remember I was a very young kid whenever Memphis went through their spell of being really good.
They got Penny now.
They got who?
Penny Foamposite shoes. Penny Hardaway.
Oh, okay.
Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
He's the coach. His son was a post grad my junior year.
Wow.
So was who talks on the TNT show with Shaq besides Barkley? Who's the other black guy that's on there?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know
the
who I'm
dude who said
about?
that LeBron is.
No, not
down.
Steven Adams.
Oh, okay.
You've seen him before.
Probably.
Keep talking.
If this is gonna be a sports episode, can we just? Have you watched? I mean, you probably watched the Arkansas game on Saturday, right, against Mizzou?
Yeah.
Mizzou's actually like doing really good this year. They haven't been good since like
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith. Okay.
So his son, Kenny Smith Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
was a post grad my junior year as well. So that was really cool. Like my first year there, I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Like he was good, do not get me
Mhm.
wrong, but he's probably not a pro.
Mhm.
If he is, it's because his dad's Kenny Smith. I mean,
I don't even know Kenny Smith.
you'd know him if you saw him.
No.
I mean, you've never seen Shaq and them talk on the
Nope.
TNT thing?
I don't.
Like these
I'm not the
people,
biggest fan of basketball.
Shaq, Barkley, Ernie, and then Kenny. You've seen him.
No, I've never seen him.
Never seen that guy? Okay. Well, that's weird.
But
So yeah, that was cool though.
you know, Mizzou's got like the leading rusher in the league or in the NCAA right now, right?
Is he number 7?
Yeah, Tyler Batty. Or no, not, Tyler Batty was their old one.
Yeah,
This
Batty.
name is shoot, I lost it.
Whatever it is, it's number 7.
But
I only know it's number 7 because our running back's number 7.
bro, he's got a crazy story.
Really?
So he was in JUCO, leading rusher in JUCO, 2 years. Walked on at Mizzou, last year or this year, and now he's a leading rusher in the NCAA.
That's insane.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome. But it's like, how did those people get slept on? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like he had to be good in high school.
Had to.
Like had to be crushing high school.
I mean, it could have been grades
yeah.
because
But
unless
do you
you're
think
elite,
Alabama cares if you have all D's?
unless you're elite,
Yeah.
I don't like. If you're elite, you're gonna go to the schools will sign you. But maybe he wasn't. And I mean, you can be amazing in high school and suck at the college level
Yeah.
because almost everyone is the same level as you in college,
Right.
and then it gets even more so going to the pros.
That's for sure.
What is it, like 1% of high school athletes go to professional sports?
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Something wild. But this dude, like, what a story. He's a senior this year. I'm curious to see where he'll get drafted at. I do believe he will. Very curious to see that though,
They also got that thicker kicker.
bro. If he doesn't go to the league after hitting that kick when we were in Slaughters, after watching him hit that kick, dude, against
Pretty
what was
wild.
it, TCU?
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. Arkansas has to do better.
And then they only lost by 9 points to Georgia.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know if this is going to be the year, or if it's going to be next year. But the NCAA playoffs are going to like a 12-man playoff rather than 4, what they do now. If they stay with 4, of course, Mizzou's not going to make it in because they're not going to be in the SEC championship game. But if it's 12, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to like the final 4 teams.
Yeah, I think right now Mizzou would be playing like Bama, like first game in.
Yep.
And that kind of sucks.
I don't know.
I don't like Bama. I don't really
Yeah.
care for Mizzou. I mean, I'd rather Mizzou win, like beat TCU, and it's cool to see them do good. But
Right.
I like Arkansas and Florida State more.
Have you always liked Arkansas, or did you
No.
marry into Arkansas?
I married in Arkansas, but I didn't really. I only liked Florida State because it's where I want to go to college.
Yep.
I've seen them play live. I can't remember the name of the quarterback now, but also Dalvin Cook was there.
Yeah.
And I loved them, like the duo. What was the quarterback's name when Dalvin Cook was there?
Jameis Winston?
Nope. Freeze or I can't remember.
So he didn't. Oh,
He was there like a year or two.
you go to the league?
I'm sure.
Freeze.
Maybe it's not Freeze. I think it's. I don't know.
Dang.
I can't remember.
I'm thinking.
He was
I'm
awesome.
trying to think of it. Yeah.
So I loved them, and the one Florida State football game I went to, they played Clemson, so the atmosphere was just unbelievable. And
Oh.
Clemson was really good.
Yeah.
But no, I like Arkansas. I do like them. They're a bunch of dogs, bro. Their quarterback Jefferson KJ, he's pretty
Mhm.
awesome. I don't know what it is this year. Can't do it. Cannot figure it out.
I mean, if you're not good, you're just not good.
That's facts. That's facts.
His
Arkansas basketball is going to be decent this year, though.
They are.
They should be all
They were
right.
supposed to be good last year too.
Yeah, they were. Which their players are in the NBA. Like they had the team. They just I don't know. Like they had Anthony Black. He plays on Orlando with Johnathan Isaac now. That one dude, I can't remember his name, but he has alopecia.
Oh.
Like bald, no hair.
Telling you,
he's on the Celtics now.
If I could choose I don't even know if alopecia is a disability, a skin condition, man, it'd be alopecia.
If I had to pick something, it'd probably be that too. But I do have a dent in the back of my head, so being bald would just not be for me.
I'm just so interested in alopecia. Like it amazes me. It amazes me.
It's pretty nice because you can always get fake hair. You
Yeah.
just wouldn't have it anywhere else in your body, which
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
I would want to be born with it though. I wouldn't want to attain it.
Yeah.
Because losing all my hair would be sad.
That process would suck.
Yep.
That was an interesting podcast.
It was, yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool. Look up the Judas shoes if I forget to post a picture. They're pretty cool. His name's Johnathan Isaac. He plays for the Orlando Magic. He's like 6'10", 6'11".
But not as tall as Victor Wembanyama.
No. Dude, he's crazy. We got to go see him play live. I just want to see how tall he is.
What are we going to do? Wait till he comes and plays at Memphis?
Yeah. Get
Yeah,
floor seats, bro.
That's closest we can get.
Let's get floor seats.
What's the next closest NBA team?
Chicago?
Dang. Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
Has to be.
Yeah, because Kansas City is not. Oh.
They don't have a basketball team.
Oh, Oklahoma City. That's right.
Oklahoma. It's probably as far as Chicago.
Yeah, it's about 7 hours.
Which I'd probably rather see Oklahoma. They have pretty good teams here.
Than Memphis?
Than Chicago.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that's crazy, man. Memphis is like your favorite team. Have they won yet?
Are. Yeah, they won like a game or two.
A game or two?
Hey, 10 games, John Morant comes back as long as he keeps that pistol hidden.
That'll be hard.
For him, apparently.
Yep.
Just keep it in your glove box, bro.
It's the
Keep it in your pants.
It's the thug in him, bro.
Yep. Just like me.
Yep. Grayson's trying to get into the thug life.
Whatever. Let me know if you like the braids. Maybe that'll get people to comment. I bet if someone comments, it's because it's this.
Yeah. They're probably gonna tell you it's like cultural appropriation or something. That you doing that is offensive to the African American community because they wear their dreadlocks.
These aren't dreads.
Yeah, but you
I've
know what?
wanted
With
dreads
today's society,
forever.
you know.
Yeah. I feel like not Samoan, but like there's this guy. His hair was so awesome.
Roman Reigns.
No, he played lacrosse
Oh my
at
gosh.
IMG. He had the coolest hair, and he wasn't American. He was not Samoan, Hawaiian maybe, like half Hawaiian and something else.
Okay.
I know it's American, but like
Tua?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like right, like he's not white, even though it's
Right.
America. You know.
Well, I mean, he moved. He transferred. Like he lived in Hawaii.
Was he born in Hawaii?
Yeah.
What's his parents' ethnicity?
I think they're both Hawaiian.
So
When he
Hawaiian
competed
is,
in the Elite Eight.
okay, this is gonna be dumb, but Hawaii is America, so he's an American, but he
Yes.
is not. What's my question? An American.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not white like us.
Okay.
Yeah, but their ethnicity.
I guess American isn't white.
Yeah,
America's
their
country.
nationality would be American.
Yes. What
They're
are
just-
they?
What are they?
Hawaiian?
Yeah, their ethnicity is
Hawaiian?
Samoan.
Samoan?
Yeah.
They are usually from Hawaii? Samoans?
Well, there is a country called like Samoa, I believe.
Yeah.
But
lot of
they're
them
the
live in
same
It makes sense now.
race.
I got it. That probably sounds so racist, but I
It
just
does.
didn't know.
It does.
But yeah, he was like that. And he had like really dark hair. He always had a
Mhm.
braid in and looked so sick under his lacrosse helmet, bro. It's crazy.
You know who I miss? I miss this man in the league. We can wrap it up here. Todd Gurley.
You know who I miss? Troy Polamalu,
Oh, Head and Shoulders.
bro. He was in another Head and Shoulders commercial not too long ago.
Really?
Looks super old. Still had crazy hair though. Yeah, I always played with them because of him. He was so awesome.
I would like to see a picture of him in his 30s next to Jimmy Snuka. You know Jimmy Snuka?
No.
Oh, he was a wrestler. He was a really good wrestler. I'd like to see a picture of them two right next to each other in their 30s to see how how alike they look, because he also had the big hair like
So
that.
when are we starting our Fortnite stream?
We better start because they're resetting in 5 days.
5 days. Saturday. Catch y'all on Fortnite, 2 p.m. It's the big thing with Eminem, the rapper. Big O thing going on Fortnite. I'll
He's
catch
playing?
you there.
Eminem's playing.
No. But there's a skin that drops for him. There's going to be a big event because the map changes.
I absolutely hate it because I can hear the meteor, like when I'm playing, because it's in my headphones. I
It's
can
'cause
hear
it's
it,
coming, bro.
but it makes me think that I'm like hearing footsteps. I'm like, what is going on?
Hope y'all enjoyed this random episode of IMG Academy and Sports Talk. It will not be brought to you every week, but it was a fun change a little bit. We still talked about Jesus. That's how it started.
Yeah.
Jesus is always how it ends. So Jesus loves you.
Amen.
Bye.
See you later.